Hey there, I'm Jill Allen, and this is Find Your Fierce, the show designed to help you discover your inner strength and unlock an unstoppable mindset that will completely transform how you show up every day. Each week, I will share methods and strategies to inspire you to step into your greatness and live life with purpose. Join me on this journey to becoming fit, fierce, and unstoppable. Hey there, welcome back to Find Your Fierce, the podcast where we talk about showing up with purpose and surrounding ourselves with women who call us higher and learning how to fuel our fire from the inside out. I'm your host, Jill Allen, fitness and mindset coach and leadership builder, and someone who believes that you can live strong and impactful without burning yourself into the ground. And I'm excited about this because we're continuing the More But Different series today. Be sure to go back because on episode 1, we were talking about when hustling stops working, right? Questioning the standard we've been living under and asking, okay, who decided this was the goal anyway? And on episode 2, it was about how to redefine success, right? Moving from hustle metrics to obedience and the peace and the purpose, things that we are all craving, and then actually building the habits that create what I like to call relaxed intensity instead of burnout. And today we're talking about what it looks like to actually live this out. We're going to be walking it out here today, not just think about it, not just journal about it, but practice it. And we're talking about leading from rest, right? The quiet strength, the real movement. And I got to be honest with you, I'm actually mapping out this episode, okay, on a plane right now, heading down to Charleston, South Carolina, which I love, by the way. It is such a pretty area. All those trees with the Spanish moss, it's definitely my kind of gorgeousness, not to mention the sunshine. And you know what I'm talking about if you are here in Ohio with me. But let me tell you, I just came off of a 24-hour whirlwind as you know, I am heading to this leadership conference with Bravenly. If you did not know, I teamed up with Bravenly. It's a health and wellness company, the best of the best, actually, last April. The products are unbelievable. They're helping so many physically, including myself, getting down to the root cause of a lot of our ailments when it comes to our health and wellness. I got to share the scale for me, guys, started finally dropping after that middle-age slump that I know so many of us are stuck in. But I'm excited about that. But it's also a model where women can earn extra income within the nooks and crannies of their day, and all by helping people. And so I love everything about it. I fell in love with this model. It's definitely helped my family, but the most important thing, I just love the impact that we get to make. I love the team of incredible women that I get to partner with. And that I get to see here in just a few hours. And I got to tell you, this trip, there's a point to all this. This trip almost did not happen because when I first looked at the dates about 7 months ago, it actually lined up with my daughter's senior night in basketball, possibly a tournament game. And I knew right away those were non-negotiables for me. Okay. I wasn't going to miss it. But 10 years ago, okay, if I'm being completely honest, that would have been a very different decision. I hate to admit that. It's not a place where I want to go back to. But 10 years ago, I would have felt the push. I would have felt the pressure, you need to be there, or like, this is what leaders do. You know, you got to show up, or, hey, you're doing this for your family. All that talk in my head, like, okay, you're doing this for your family, so you have to go, you have to be in that room. And I probably would have gone. I would have missed the moment, this precious moment that I would never have gotten back. I would have shown up stressed and frantic and, secretly bitter. Well, maybe not secretly bitter. Rob and the girls always tell me to fix my face. So I'm not sure if I can actually be subtle like I think I can. But yeah, I would have gone. And I would have resented the entire few days that I was there because, I never want to miss anything with my family. But sometimes when we are in this hustle culture, we feel pressured and we begin to do things and buy into what they're telling us, and we fall into that trap and we miss with what matters most. But here's the thing, not this time. Senior night was, last night. The conference started early this morning, and which means right now, guys, as I'm jotting this down, I'm missing part of the 2-day leadership event. Okay. And I'm okay with that. Okay. There's no guilt. There's no long explanation. There's no over justifying. Not because I don't care about building my business or not because I don't care about my team, but because I'm choosing to lead from a place of rest. Okay. And I'm better for it. My family is better for it. My leadership is better for it. And that's what today is about. Okay. As I know, so many of you who are listening are leaders that can feel this same tension. Now, if you don't have a leadership role in your career, that's okay. You don't need a title in this because you are leading your family, you are leading your life, you are, leading in some area, that you can step into. So take that, and stick with me here because it's going to be game changing, I think, for you. Okay, if you really let it soak in, and so that you can walk that out. Okay, so what leading from rest really means. Okay, and I want to clear something up with that because this phrase I feel gets so misunderstood. Leading from rest does not mean you're lazy or you're checking out, you're avoiding responsibility or you're lowering the bar. It doesn't mean that you stop caring, you stop building, you stop showing up. Leading from rest means that you stop letting adrenaline be the boss. It means that you make decisions from clarity instead of urgency. You move at God's pace, not culture's pace. And you build your days around what matters most, not what screams the loudest. And I get it, guys. I hear a lot of women hear rest and think, okay, well, that must be nice, but people need me. Okay. I 100% agree. Yes, people do need you, but they don't need the version of you that's fried and short-tempered and resentful and constantly behind. Okay. Because rest isn't it's not the absence of movement. It's movement with direction. Okay. It's strength with wisdom. It's leadership without panic. And here's the coaching piece that I want you to grab a hold of. Okay. If you don't decide your pace, pressure will. And if you don't decide your priorities, everyone else will. Okay. So leading from rest is deciding what matters, what doesn't, what waits, what moves now. And it's saying, guys, I will not let urgency replace obedience. I will not let noise replace discernment. And I will not let busyness replace purpose. That's leadership. Okay. So let's talk about the difference between loud hustle and quiet strength. Because loud hustle looks like, always rushing, always reacting, always saying yes. Maybe it's overcommitting or people pleasing, feeling guilty when you slow down, feeling important because you're busy, right? That badge of honor, that we just are so proud of when we can get to say that our days are so busy. But let's be honest, hustle gets applause. I mean, people say, oh my gosh, you're amazing. How do you do it all? Oh my gosh, you never stop. You're just go, go, go. You're incredible. How do you do it, right? But hustle also keeps you stuck in survival mode. It trains your nervous system to think, okay, calm equals danger, or stillness equals laziness, or boundaries are selfish. And so here today, I kind of want to flip it, right? So let's talk about the quiet strength. Quiet strength looks like, okay, boundaries. You've got consistency. There's presence. They're saying no without this, the long explanation. You're letting people be disappointed instead of betraying yourself, your family, the people that matter most. You're choosing long-term alignment over short-term approval. Quiet strength doesn't need to announce itself, guys. It doesn't need to prove anything. And I'll tell you, learning quiet strength has been harder for me than hustle ever was. It's hard because here's the thing. Hustle gave me feedback. And quiet strength, it requires trust. Trusting God's timing, discernment, my values. And that Charleston story, guys, that was quiet strength. It would have been louder to leave early. It would have looked more impressive to be there the whole time. It would have been easier to justify. But quiet strength said, guys, this moment with my daughter matters, hands down, no matter what. Okay, this season is short. This trip can wait a few hours. And here's what's changed for me. Guys, I didn't feel resentful. I didn't feel scattered. I wasn't recovering emotionally from my own choices, okay? I just showed up better, not just at home, but in my work. That quiet strength didn't make me smaller. It made me grounded, okay? So I hope you're really resonating with this. So let's get practical because you can't live this out in theory. Okay, so there's some mindset shifts. Okay, so first, I don't have to earn my right to rest. How powerful is that, right? Rest is not a reward for exhaustion. It's a requirement for good leadership. And then second, guys, I can choose a different pace and still be impactful. You don't have to be frantic to be faithful. You don't have to be overwhelmed to be effective. Impact does not require depletion or running on empty. If the only way your life works is by running yourself into the ground, got to be honest with you, something's off. Okay? So let's kind of anchor this. You don't need a life overhaul. Okay? You just need some anchors. Okay? So one anchor with God and yourself. Maybe it's the morning or the evening or the prayer, the scripture, the quiet time, the journaling, or just simply asking, okay, what matters today? What's God saying to me, okay? And what doesn't? What about body movement? Moving our body. I'm a fitness fanatic, okay? I feel that we need to be moving our bodies every single day. So whether it's the walking or the strength training or the stretching and breathing, gentle movement, okay? This isn't about necessarily fitness goals. It's about telling your body that I'm not being chased. I don't have to sprint today. What about when it comes to our relationships? Okay, no phone at dinners, weekly check-ins, time without multitasking where you're really present with the person that is in front of you. You stop managing your people and you actually start being with them. Okay, here's another mindset shift. We have to be sure to have a decision filter. Okay, so before you say yes, you got to ask, okay, does this align with my values and my capacity? Okay. Not, can I make it work? Of course you can make it work. You guys are quite capable, okay? But the question you should be asking is, okay, should I carry it? Should I pick this up? This is how you stop living in reaction mode, okay? So how can we walk this out in the in-between? And I want to normalize something. You will fall back into old patterns sometimes, okay? That's human default, right? You're going to overdo, you're going to overgive, you're going to overcommit. But that doesn't mean that you failed, okay? The win is that you notice sooner, you change faster, you don't stay there, okay? That's growth. So start small, one boundary, one new rhythm, one honest conversation with God, with yourself, with someone you love, okay? You don't have to go from burnout to balance in a week. You can go from unconscious to intentional, from autopilot to on purpose, and that's leadership, okay? Leading from rest, it's not passive, it's rooted, it's aligned, it's strong, okay? And calm is not weakness, calm is strength under control, okay? So I want to leave you with these, a few reflection questions that I want you to ask yourself. Where do I feel God is inviting me to lead differently? Not louder, but steadier. What boundary do I need so I can stop living drained? What is the one non-negotiable I want to protect moving forward? Is it sleep? Is it quiet time? Is it quiet time with God? Is it your movement, your fitness, schedule? Is it time with my kids? And this one, what am I carrying that was never meant to be mine? And if you're listening, okay, and thinking, okay, something has to change, you already started. You're here. There is a workbook coming. I want you to be part of the founding group. It's called More But Different. The link is in the show notes. Okay. I'm so excited about this. It's more but different. It's a 7-day challenge. I want to invite you in. Take a look at it. It's a workbook and audio series that will, guide you to where you can lead from a place of rest. Okay. And rewiring the hustle culture to how you can show up effectively and to where you can make that impact. Okay. So join us on that. Check the show links. And then don't forget the Fit and Fierce Sisterhood. And then come find me on Instagram at fit_and_fierce and tell me, okay, I'm in the in-between season and here is where I feel it most. I'm excited that you're here. So glad that you are with us. Leave a review. I want to hear back from you. Until next time, lead strong without burning out. Be fit, be fierce, be unstoppable. See ya.